I'm not going to be there Monday, so come on in and you can talk all the trash you want to talk, and happy to be here and talk some sports with you guys, man.
That's perfect. So, hey, let's just start off there. Go ahead. I want to hear the critiques. Where do you think me and Andy did right, and where do you think we did wrong with the I guess our GOATs or the players that we wanted on our all-time teams?
Well, I think that's the biggest problem here, right, is that you guys talked about, there's some miscommunication coming from the Drive studio. So is it the GOATs? Like, is it the greatest of all time? Is it your personal GOATs? Or is it you're building a team and this is who you would pick for these positions?
I think it's we're building a team and it's
right?
Who you would pick for each position.
So one of you guys was talking about, we're going to build a team, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then the other one, not to mention no names, Andy, was talking about how this is the GOAT and this is the greatest and this is who we're doing and this is what it is. So for me, like, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, you know what? The greatest that we have is for college football athletes, for either one of you to leave Bo off your team. And for you to look, I made notes, okay? So for one, Herschel Walker, I got you, dude. I understand it. You're a Georgia guy. I totally get it. I appreciate that. I can hate on you for choosing Tim Tebow and Cam Newton, okay. Auburn and Florida.
Yeah, it was tough.
As a Georgia guy.
It was tough.
Because there's and I think you're going to get my picks later on in the day.
Perfect.
Right? Brock Bowers, I got you, right? Good to go. But for him to pick Warwick Dunn and Ricky Williams over Bo Jackson, and Andy's a little bit older than I am. You and I are closer to the same age. Bo Jackson is the most dominant running back college football has ever seen. Herschel Walker had the speed. Herschel Walker also had the size. But back in the 80s, there was Herschel and there was Bo. And it was yin and yang, two completely different running backs, two completely different styles. Bo Jackson is hands down one of the greatest athletes to ever live.
Yeah, I agree.
Bo Jackson is one of the greatest two sports. A lot of people put Deion Sanders as one of the greatest two-way athletes to ever play the game. Bo Jackson is better than Deion Sanders when it comes to baseball and it comes to football. Being a two-sport athlete, he was just built different. He was the biggest guy you've ever seen put on a uniform. What he did and how he acted in practice, what he did and how he played on the field. I've got plenty of other critiques for you guys. Some of the other people you guys pick, but there's a lot of picks here that I like, right? Like you picked Fitz, you picked Devontae Smith, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, all great. Calvin Johnson, he was probably the most dominant player Georgia Tech has ever had, hands down. But it's Georgia Tech.
Yeah, again,
There's so many other people out there.
I think when I was picking mine, the reason why Tim Tebow and Cam Newton is because I was personally affected by how great they were on the field.
Yeah.
Like when watching Cam Newton, I can remember Georgia getting them to 3rd and 11 over and over and over again, and then him taking off, making one guy miss, busting through contact, and getting 15 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're talking about the greatest of all time, I would not, Tim Tebow might be up there. I would put Tim Tebow up there for sure as one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the college football game. But if I'm building my team and I'm building my roster around players, they're not my first choice. So, but hey, listen, you guys have your opinions, and I'm here for it. Just don't talk trash about me on air when I can't defend myself, right?
Hey, that's why we invited you back.
Absolutely.
That's why we're glad you're here.
Big sports weekend this past weekend, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Big Braves wins. Scotty Scheffler.
Dude, Scotty. I saw that you shared the Scotty thing on Facebook. That ad is awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Nike comes out with this ad. So for those who don't know, what are we getting into? What do you want to get into? You want to get into golf real quick?
Yeah,
and talk about it.
Yeah, let's get into golf.
So Scotty Scheffler, obviously, as many people know now, won the PGA Championship yesterday. One of the greatest golfers, I believe, and has the potential to be one of the greatest golfers ever to play the game. And Scottie Scheffler, 5-stroke victory over the entire field yesterday. Fantastic for a lot of people. A lot of people don't remember last year. Scottie Scheffler was arrested at Valhalla Golf Club in Louisville, Kentucky, for some traffic violations. The arrest occurred, and then the charges were later dropped. Scottie came back last year to play in that round after stretching in jail. Stretching in jail, coming back to play that second round. Ended up not winning last year. Comes back to Quail Hollow this year in Charlotte, North Carolina. 5-stroke victory, just a completely dominant performance there, and just went in to win it. And it was such a beautiful day of golf yesterday. A lot of issues during the PGA Championship, especially on Thursday. A lot of mud balls, a lot of complaints from the players. What a lot of people don't know this, if you're not a big golf aficionado like moi, Scottie Scheffler had his driver taken away from him on Wednesday. So the PGA throughout the year will choose 50 players at a random given time. Sometimes it's every week. Sometimes it's just random. The PGA decided to test 50 players, drivers, to make sure they conformed with regulations at the beginning of the week before the rounds started. Scottie was one of them. His driver was a year old, had too much bounce in it. So PGA took his driver, and thankfully, obviously, they have Titleist Taylor. Scottie's a TaylorMade player. TaylorMade obviously has their truck there. They built him a new driver, but he literally started his round Thursday with a brand new driver that he had only went through one round of golf.
What day did he hit on the par 4 that he rolled it 3 feet up into?
I believe that was Friday. He played really decent Thursday, Friday. It wasn't great. Saturday was the day that he made his money. DeChambeau was up in the lead. Scottie finished the last 7 holes 4 or 5 under to get into that lead, and then Saturday really kind of started with a 6-shot lead on Sunday. Got down to where John Rahm was within a shot, even tied.
They tied up 9-9, I think, close towards the turn.
Yeah, and then Scottie just kicked it on and showed why he was fantastic, and ended up having a 6-shot lead right there going into 18, and then 2-putted there on the green and dropped a shot there, but ended up winning 5-stroke victory there for Scottie Scheffler. And now he's won 2 Masters, the PGA Championship, and he gets ready for the U.S. Open and the Open Championship over in Europe later this year, and see if he can. It would be a miracle for him to win both of those, but he has a chance. He's the best golfer that there is right now. Between him and Bryson DeChambeau, I believe those 2 guys right now are the best golfers in the world. And both of them have shots to be able to win these next 2. But Scottie's 2 away from a Grand Slam, and it's fantastic.
Do you think that Scottie wore the orange shirt during the practice rounds to kind of play fun at the being arrested a year ago this week?
Yeah, you have to, right? It blew up, right? Barstool Sports. I actually own the Barstool Sports shirt. Where it's his mugshot and it says "Free Scottie." I have it at the house. And listen, literally, just the people at Nike are some of the greatest marketing geniuses that there ever is. They do it simple. They don't go crazy. They don't have to. The swoosh and the brand, and just do it. And Michael Jordan and Jumpman. It's epic. And yesterday they have Scottie hitting a driver and it says best golfer in the world, and underneath it just says guilty. The play on words, it's just fantastic, man. To think, I don't know of another time. Obviously there's plenty of athletes in the world that get arrested for whether it's DUI. I mean, obviously, we saw last week Rafael Furcal got arrested for throwing a rock through a window, which they said was a missile. But with that arm, we ought to sign him up. He'd probably play better than Arcia right now. You see a lot of athletes get arrested, but someone who is Scotty Scheffler to get arrested outside of a golf tournament that he is the number one player in the world at the time at Valhalla, with the person who has right at that point in time he had the best odds to win as well, and I think he might have even been in the lead at the time. To get arrested, it's unfathomable. You especially for what he did with all the videos and everything that came out right then. It's and then for him to kind of turn around and go on the run that he did, winning all the way that he did, continue to be the number one player, not letting anything take place, and two, Scotty is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. His caddy Ted Scott is a phenomenal guy. A lot of people in this community know Ted Scott. Ted Scott's a member at Macklemore, a big time golf buddy, a big time golf guy. Big time player as well. Good Christian man. Scotty, good Christian man, good father, good husband. His son was born literally a week before he got arrested.
Yeah.
Literally. Like had a kid, got arrested. It's just not in his nature to do that. It's not in his nature of who he is. And so to see how he's gone to where he is now coming back, I think you have to sit there and think in his mind, man, like what a little bit of like kind of sweet revenge or, kind of penance that was paid on Sunday.
Yeah, I made the joke that, he's just chasing after Tiger. So, like, he had to, get arrested like Tiger did. And
well, Tiger beat his wife, and his wife beat him, and Scotty, ran over a cop. So it's, kind of in the same boat there a little bit with the assault charges. But, yeah, man, misunderstandings happen in Scotty's case. I don't know about Tiger's, but it's something else.
Well, hey, let's jump on over to the Braves. We talked about it's a big sports weekend. The Braves, finished the series with Boston 2-1. Got a lot of info on it, but before we get started in the info, we had a discussion about, and I think me and you have talked about this on the show as well, with the City Connect jerseys. What did you think about Boston's Green Monster jerseys?
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. I mean, I love them. I love the City Connect jerseys. I think that the MLB is doing everything in their power to become more relevant. I think that what you've seen with Threads, what you've seen with Mitchell and Ness, what you've seen in a lot of different areas, that the City Connect jerseys are great. And there are some out there that are ugly. Ugly. But I like Boston's. I think they were great. I wish that the Braves, I like the A. I like, how it looks. I think it's clean. It's clean cut. But I need more, right? The Atlanta Falcons, NFL, right? They have kind of a couple different type of styles where they get to wear them. Listen, the Braves get their City Connects on Fridays every week. Like, I get it, but I just don't need one.
Yeah,
I need more.
Yeah.
Have you seen the ATL Aliens? Right, the play of Outcast.
Yeah,
those jerseys, disgustingly good. It's just so good, and would love to see more of those. I saw one the other day as well. Chicago White Sox have a really good one that's coming out as well. But yeah, love the Green Monsters.
Yeah, Chicago did the Bulls. I actually
Yes.
saw that in Dick's the other day in the kids section. I was walking by and they came out with their Bulls version. I'll be honest, I think the White Sox did it right the first time. I love the Southside jerseys. I love that Bradley plays off of those as well. I think Bradley's Southside jerseys are awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely some cool. I agree with you about Atlanta. I think they could do more. And we talked about with Andy, it kind of took away from the old throwback jerseys as well. Now they don't wear those anymore because they were so similar. You just see them wearing those less.
Like the Dale Murphy Blues.
Yeah.
I love those.
So I don't know what Atlanta needs to do, but they need to come up with something pretty special. But kind of recapping this weekend, Atlanta.
What about a peach? What about like a Georgia peach?
I could
Like a creamsicle peach.
Yeah, I could see
I know
them in
that's
some
ugly.
creams.
I know that would look weird, but like a Georgia peach with like white lettering that says like Atlanta across the chest.
Yeah.
With some like white pants. Could be dope.
Yeah, it could. I mean, that's a
little
great
peach cream hat.
That's a great color wave. Like those two make that cream and peach color.
And what's one of the best ice creams that you can get out there, right? Orange creamsicle from Mayfield Dairy.
Mayfield Dairy.
Right? So, I mean, Mayfield Dairy is a fantastic orange creamsicle. Could go off and play off of that. Sell them at the ballpark. Mayfield Dairy, obviously a big sponsor of the Atlanta Braves, sponsor of this show as well.
Absolutely. So, hey, Atlanta beat the Red Sox 10-4 yesterday, taking the series from the Red Sox 2-1. A solid outing by Spencer Schwellenbach. 7 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 3 Ks. Ozuna went 2 for 4 with a home run, a walk, and 3 RBIs. Olsen 2 for 3 with 2 doubles, a walk, and 1 RBI. So good outing. You know, one thing that we've been talking about on the show, and I really am interested in your opinion in this. You know, when me and Andy were having these conversations, we talked about Drake Baldwin. Yeah. And how elite he's been.
Drake's the truth.
So, you know, can you keep him on the bench those 2 out of 4 days?
Sure, why not?
It's just his bat's so hot.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard when you got Ozuna that's going to be the DH type of guy. You know, I know he can come off the bench like he did a few nights ago and get a hit, but it's hard not having his bat in the lineup every night. But in the same term, you got Sean Murphy, who's a proven veteran and a great. You think he's trash?
Trash.
So if the trade value is there, are you moving him?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably. Can Drake play outfield?
I don't know. I mean, he's a catcher.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
if you can catch,
I was talking about this with Andy last week. Like, can Drake Baldwin play the outfield?
I mean, I figure if you can catch a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, you can probably catch a pop fly.
Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty quick dude. I mean, he's slender. Yeah, I mean, he's not like some old fat catcher. You know what I mean? So, and this is the reason why I say that, right? Sean Murphy is a good catcher.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one of the best pop times that there is. All the stats on his defensive ability, he's the top 2 or 3 catcher in the entire MLB.
Mm-hmm.
His bat is horrible. So we have to fix the bat. We've gone through 3 batting coaches to try and fix this. We've done everything we can, and we can't fix it. So he's very injury prone. So to me, and I look at this as, do you play Drake Baldwin every single day as a rookie right now that's young, good knees, and you're basically just going to take this workhorse and just wear him down quick? Or do you get him to be able to go to all these major league stadiums, understand how to be a major league athlete, how to be a major league baseball player, how to figure this out? Because Drake is your catcher for the future. I truly do believe that.
Yeah.
Or is he just a player for the future? Next year is going to come up quick. And I understand that we're in this year and we want to focus on this year and we need to focus on this. But Alex Anthopoulos isn't looking just at this year. And any business person will tell you that if all you're doing is operating your business on a day-to-day basis, that business is not going to thrive for future generations or for future years to come. You always have to be looking for plans 1, 3, and 5 years from down the road. Well, next year, what's going to happen? Marcell Ozuna is gone. Big Bear is leaving the station. He's gone. I do not... The Braves have proven that fact with Freddie Freeman, Dansby Swanson, right? Max Fried. They let their big-time players walk for younger players, for more money, or to spend less money. I don't see that Marcell Ozuna stays around next year. So who's going to move into that DH role?
Yeah.
Right? You've got one of the best athletes and one of the best players in Major League Baseball sitting in right field with 2 broken knees. He can be a DH. Yeah. He doesn't have to play right field all the time. So I look and say, do you need his fielding expertise, which, listen, Ronald Acuna Jr. makes a lot of errors and a lot of dumb decisions in the outfield. Got a great arm. But why do you pay the man? You pay him for his bat.
Yeah.
You pay him to pop. You pay him to get on base. You pay him to steal. So if all I have to worry about is him getting on base, hitting home runs, and stealing, then I don't have to worry about his knees as much. Now, most of his injuries have happened. One of his injuries happened in the outfield. 2 of his injuries happened on base.
Yeah. I was about to say, I'd keep him off AstroTurf. That's for sure.
Well, to me, that's where I look and I say, like, if Marcel's gone, Acuna comes to the DH role.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I've got to fill right field. Well, I've got left field filled with Drax and Profar. Profar is going to come back. You've got him for 3 years. He's going to be your left fielder. You got Mikey Harris in center, and now Alex Verdugo and Eli White have proven that they are everyday baseball players in the major leagues. So, that's who I'm probably going to pop over in right field. Now, what does that mean for Drake? Is he an everyday player? Absolutely. Should we trade? Who do you trade for? Who do you trade Sean Murphy for?
Yeah, I don't know. It would have to be
relief pitching.
Yeah,
all you need is a shortstop.
Yeah,
at this point in time, you need a shortstop. Which I love Nick Allen, but he's not the shortstop of the future.
Yeah, that was my thought. But you're not going to go trade Sean Murphy and get one of the best shortstops in the league.
Well, Bo Bichette is the best shortstop in the league right now. And one of them, okay. Bo Bichette is on a last-year deal, so either you're dumping salary to be able to afford him next year and to be able to pay for his salary when it comes to Nick Allen, Arcia, and Murphy, to be able to bring that in for one guy, because Arcia's gone after this year too. So you dump Murphy, you dump Arcia, you dump Nick Allen's salary, which I would keep him, to be honest with you. But here's one trade rumor that I've heard, and I wish Andy was here because I know how big of a Braves fan he is. Mm. But a lot of people are saying go get a shortstop, move Nick Allen to second base, trade Ozzie Albies.
Ooh.
Trade Albies, trade Murphy, and get a package deal with a Kelnick, with someone else. Now, you could start trading those people, but who and what do you need that's going to change the game for you?
Yeah.
It's really, and let me say this, and I know we probably have to go to break and all this kind of stuff too. If I pick up the phone, I'm Alex Anthopoulos, and I call the Pirates. You're the Pirates. And I trade you Ozzie Albies. I trade you Sean Murphy. I trade you Jared Kelnick. I trade you J.R. Ritchie. I trade you A.J. Smith-Shawver. I trade you, name a couple other little lower. Cam Caminiti is the number 1 baseball player for the Braves right now down in rookie ball. You doing that trade for Paul Skeens?
Oh. For an organization that is struggling to add all those pieces, God, that's so hard, because you're literally talking about the face of a franchise, but what is a face of a franchise if you can't compete?
Are you doing that if you're the Braves? If they called up and said, hey, I want Ozzie Albies, I want Sean Murphy, I want Kelnick, we'll throw him in there for fun. I want A.J. Smith-Shawver, I want Bryce Elder, and I want 2 or 3 other lower A, AA, AAA players. Are you doing that for Paul Skeens?
I'm probably saying no, but do you want to know why I'm saying no?
Sure.
Because I would have just signed Freddie Freeman. Max Fried.
Sure.
We would have never gone this far. I would have paid
7 years younger.
I would have
But
paid,
I'm talking about right now. Max Fried's gone.
Yeah.
Are you doing that right now if you got that phone call?
I don't know. That's tough. I mean, it's a lot
Spencer Strider, Spencer Swellenbach.
I mean,
Paul Skeens.
You're talking about a 90s.
Listen, I'm telling you, and he fits right in.
Yeah.
Right? Sell, Schwellenbach, Strider, 3 S's, Smith-Shawver, more S's, Paul Skeens. It's the S squad. It's the 5 S's, dude. They love starting pitchers that end with that have their last name that start with the letter S. Bring Paul Skeens to Atlanta.
Hey, I like the idea. The Braves, 24-23, third in the NL East, 5 games back, are off as they head to Washington for a Game 3 series with the Nats. Before we head to the break, Spencer Strider has been reinstated today. We think he will likely start Tuesday. Is that your feeling too, Josh? Do you feel like Spencer Strider's going to be back on the mound Tuesday?
Yeah, they activated him today. They activated him today after they sent Dylan Dodd down over the weekend, and Strider's back. I look for Ronald Acuna to be back on Friday. That's when I believe Acuna will be back starting Friday. That's when the Braves are going to come back home. So they play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, have a home game starting Friday. So I believe Acuna will be back on Friday. And then give me 2 more weeks, get me into the middle of June, look for Kimbrel to be up, and then at the end of June, Profar will be back as well, and all will be good with the Atlanta Braves.
Perfect.
Rolling.
All right. Hey, we will be back on The Drive in just a minute after this short break.
The Drive will be back after a quick timeout. Stay tuned for more nonstop sports talk on The Drive, presented by Hardees.
Hardee's Original Bag packs 2 full-size favorites, plus fries and a drink starting at $5.99. Pair any 2 items. Choose from a charbroiled double cheeseburger, hot ham and cheese, or hand-breaded chicken tender wrap. Or choose 2 double cheeseburgers for just $1 more. A great big bag of original goodness starting at just $5.99. Only at Hardee's. Download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards for special offers. These items only. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
ESPN Cleveland 101.3 is powered by Duracell.
Come to Don Ledford GMC and save the whole month of May as they commemorate Memorial Day with tremendous savings for the entire month. You'll get tremendous discounts and factory rebates on their entire inventory of GMC professional-grade pickups and SUVs. Listen to this great purchase deal. Buy stock number 250586. A 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab Elevation Series 4-wheel drive that has an MSRP of $58,825 for only $47,720. That's over $10,697 in savings. That's a truck and a price you don't want to miss. And hey, they have special leasing options available as well. Don Ledford GMC, North Lee Highway, Cleveland. DonLedford.com for details and a trade assistance coupon. Don Ledford GMC, where they say yes. GMC, we are professional grade. Stock number 250586. Price includes all qualifying rebates and is plus tax, tag, and title and dealer fee of $649. Must take delivery by June 2nd, 2025.
Got an injury that just can't wait? There's no need to delay your care. Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics is excited to announce that our Urgent Ortho Walk-In Clinic is now available on Saturdays at the Gun Barrel Road location. Open from 8 to noon, we're here to treat sprains, strains, fractures, and more. No appointment needed. So skip the long ER wait and get specialized orthopedic care fast. Visit us this Saturday at Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics Urgent Ortho. We're the Center for expert care right when you need it. Learn more at sportmed.com.
Listen to the Alon Exchange, hosted by financial professionals Jay and Brittany Hagee, owners of Alon Planning Partners. Each week they discuss all things financial and answer your questions about investing, preparing for retirement, paying down debt, and more. The Alon Exchange, Saturdays at 7 a.m. on ESPN Cleveland 101.3. Don't miss the Paul Feinbaum Show, weekday afternoons from 2 until 5 on ESPN Cleveland 101.3. Always topical, always entertaining. Paul Feinbaum on ESPN Cleveland 101.3, presented by Hardees.
Magnolia Dental Center of Cleveland wants to welcome you to the Magnolia family, a local dental clinic that uses their God-given knowledge and skills to bless our community through dentistry. From checkups and cleanings to dentures and all-on-4 dental implants, they can help you feel healthier and more confident. Conveniently located at 2190 Chambliss Avenue, join the Magnolia family today. Call 423-476-3307 for your free exam and x-rays. Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Dr. James Gooden at Milligan Vein offers an office treatment that can make you look and feel better, and your procedure is covered by most insurance. Visit milliganvein.com or call Dr. Gooden today at 423-961-5682.
Welcome back to The Drive, presented by Hardees. Join the conversation. Text 423-749-1013. You can also listen anywhere on our website, ESPNCleveland1013.com.
Listen, so when I retired, they took my radio commercial away as well. So, it's just everything's taken from me. But I just want you to know that it's the same one that I said months and months and months and years ago. Duracell in Cleveland is now hiring mechanical skilled technicians from $22.17 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits. They always begin on day one. Medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k, tuition reimbursement, and so much more. Apply now at Duracell.com. That's Duracell.com.
Hey, great job.
Thanks, man.
You do it way better than I do. I'll be honest. I'm dyslexic, and some of those words look the same, so I stumble all the way through that. But, hey, talking about Duracell, our neighbors right next door, let's hop into some high school sports and kind of talk about what happened over the weekend and just kind of reviewing some things. Cleveland was eliminated at Blackman 2-1. Raiders won game 1 Thursday 2-1 on a beautiful third out play. Did you see that on Facebook at all?
I did, yeah.
Absolute gem from right field. And, I was saying Tippins, the catcher, did a great job in position, slides in there and gets him before the hands even get close to the plate. Lost game 2 Friday 10-5, and then lost Saturday 9-1. Bradley versus Siegel lost game 1 in the 1-0
Boy, this
game.
was rough, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Keep going, sorry.
No, you're fine. They lost 1-0, surrounded by a lot of controversy. In the 6th inning, third out was called at first base for BC, then overturned, scoring a run for Siegel. Stone hit to right field. Base runner Landon Miller tries to score from third and was out on a controversial play at the plate to end the game. So, did you see the play?
Yeah, I think everyone in America saw the play.
Yeah.
It's blown up. It's amazing to me that it's not on the da-na-na as the not top 10 plays.
Yeah.
I want to know, listen, do no harm, do no violence, right? But if I'm that umpire, I'm worried. I'm calling for a police escort to get out of Bradley County.
Yeah, it was rough, and fans are still retweeting it.
It was
even
on the
today.
news. I saw Ben Bobick had it on the news, and he ripped the umpire.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And listen, I know that the people down there at Bradley Central, the baseball coaches, the athletic department, they're above all of this. They are. Listen, bad calls get made. Things happen on the field that are out of our control. We're going to just, listen, it sucks to end the season that way, but it happened, and we're going to move on, and we're going to work for next year, and we're going to get better, and we're going to put ourselves in positions where we don't have to worry about a play at the plate to end the game. That's their mentality.
Yeah.
It's not my mentality. The umpire is trash. The TSSAA should be ashamed of themselves. And I'm at the point right now, dude, where I don't know what we do. Do we riot? Do we burn the town down? Do we get our pitchforks? I want to know where his next game is, and I think we should all go to that game and just give him a hard time and get kicked out, because that's what happens. But this is a bigger issue. This is a bigger issue than just this one umpire. It's refereeing and umpiring across sports. Across sports. And baseball is the world's worst.
Yeah, it's hard. So this weekend I went skeet shooting at Benton Shooters. My dad has a friend that he's made, and he brought me along, and he was wearing a Big 12 hat, and I was kind of interested in that since it's SEC country, and I got to started talking to him. Found out he's a college professor, but he was a collegiate umpire in the Big 12 for 13 years, and so we started talking. I said, "Hey, let me show you a video." He's down in Polk County. He's kind of off the grid a little bit. So let me show you a video, and he said, "Man, that's bad." And I said, "What's bad about it?" He goes, "Well, first off, he's out of position," and so I think it's the little things that accumulate, but I personally think that call was made before the tag even started. I think the throw beat him there, but it was offline, and so when he came around to try to sweep, the runner slid in and almost touched the back of the plate at that point.
How much do you think it would cost? How much do you think it would cost to have video replay available to every high school in Tennessee between football, softball, and baseball?
Ooh, a lot of money.
Do you think?
Well,
you think it would be a lot?
I guess video quality that allows you to make the appropriate play. Because if you go up to Walker Valley and you go up to Cleveland, they have those cameras that are already set up that zoom in, follow the play. are you going to have enough angles of that to
what
be able
do Tennesseans care more about What do Tennesseans care more about? Do they care more about bridges and roads?
We don't care about roads.
Or do they care about high school sports?
I care about high school sports.
Right? So, like, let's invest in what we care about. Like, I'm all for roads. I'm all for bridges. Like, look, we're spending an ungodly amount of money at the state level. Like, let's invest some money back into these schools to be able to get refereeing and sports right. Why not? Let's do it. Right? Like, cut some of them funds that are in that $2 billion, $4 billion rainy day fund, and let's bring that back to the local level, and let's make all these high schools invest in this stuff. Let's have it. We're going to have video replay in the major leagues next year probably. Within the next year or two, we're going to have it. Do you know how many horrible calls there are with balls and strikes in the major leagues? Professional umpires who get paid. Yes, they have other jobs, but they get paid for professional athletes. Can't even call a ball or a strike in the major leagues, and yet we're expecting a high school referee and umpire to get it right all the time. They're not going to get it right. But that play was so egregious. It was so egregious that you could literally tell. Like, Ray Charles could have told you that guy was safe. That's how bad it was. So at some point in some time, we're going to have to fix it. We're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
We're going to have to. We had the same scenarios happen at the high school football level all the time. These guys are doing their best, and I don't need to hear from all the referees out there about, well, I don't get paid for that. No, you do get paid. You do, and it is hard to get referees. It is hard to get good umpires because they are abused. They are screamed at and yelled at and all this stuff. And there are really good umpires and really good refs out there, really good ones, like amazing ones. But the bad ones, and that's the same thing for college and the same thing for pros. But the bad ones make all the rest of them look bad. And that's the problem that we have to fix. So how do we do that? With technology. We got A1 or AI or it's steak sauce or technology. I don't know, but it's AI. We've got it. We can fix it. We just have to be willing to do it.
Yeah, I do think baseball, it's close enough that you could probably get cameras, especially at home plate. Like,
yeah,
I think the technology's there. 1, 2.
I don't need balls and strikes.
Yeah.
I just need to know if the guy's safe or out.
Yeah.
I just need to know that.
Now, but I guess my thing is you're going to also have to think on top of that. Now you're going to be paying probably 2 more officials to be sitting up in the box.
Do it. We got the money. $4 billion in the rainy day fund.
I understand, but high schools have to pay for officials.
Do it.
Man.
Do you think Bradley would pay for an official to be at state right now?
I think Bradley would, and I think Bradley has the funds to do it. Can Polk County, can Sequoia?
They don't need 2 more officials. They need 1.
Okay, regardless. It's more money
and
on
they
the
don't
table.
even need it. They just need an iPad. Sit it over there in the corner and say, hey, I want to review, and have the guy who made the bad call go and watch the video.
Go look at the video.
They don't need another umpire.
I
They just need to do that. And they've got one sitting up in the box at Walker Valley and Cleveland and everything else, pushing a little button all the time. Why can't he look at it and say, yeah, you screwed up. Yeah, that's a first down. Yeah, y'all are bad. Y'all are horrible. Yeah, it's for. Why can't he do it? It's not like we're doing it all the time. It's just on major plays.
And if it's a 3-man team, all 3 of them are going to huddle and review that play.
They didn't even huddle.
Yeah. Well,
Blackman ran on the field and started pumping their chest. They didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
Somebody had to see that was a safe call.
Yeah.
Like, somebody had to see it. It's just trash, man. I hate it for my Bears, dude.
Yeah, it's tough. Definitely tough for sure.
But listen, the Bears are rising above it. We're just going to get back on the field, get back in the weight room, get back in the batting cages, and we're just going to be better next year. That's all we can do. But I'm not better than they are. That was a trash play and a trash call, dude.
Well, we'll move on to high school softball district tournament. Walker Valley 32-8 beats Oakland 1-0 Friday night for the sectional championship at Walker Valley. The Festive Phillies advanced to the state tournament with that win.
Feisty?
Feisty, my bad. Did I say festive?
Listen, no, you said festy, and it's Feisty Phillies. It's not Fiesta 991 anymore.
Hey, I told you at the beginning of the show that I'm dyslexic.
Well, let's get somebody else to read. But hey, I will say, we don't have Fiesta 99.1 anymore. We've got Oldies 99.1.
Yeah.
Right? So, hey, let me do a big shout-out here for the Vietnam Veterans Golf Tournament real quick, 32nd Annual Golf Tournament. That's going to be for the Edward G. Sharp 569 Vietnam Veterans of America up at Mouse Creek Golf Club in Athens. If you want to learn more, call Bruce Barnes, 423-667-7698, and sign up to play today. That's going to be May 24th.
Yeah, so
Thanks.
coming up.
You said Fiesta, Feisty, Fiesta.
it's close
Made
enough.
me think about it.
That's
I
great.
had to get it in.
Well, hey, they end up winning. They're going to go to state. Freshman Nessa Byers. See, I'm doing it again with the walk-off RBI scoring Amy Benson. Boogs, we've talked a lot about her on the show. The UTEP commit pitched to Jim. The Phillies will play Tuesday in Murfreesboro versus Page. And I'll just say this. Page has been well represented across the state in general. They won golf in middle school by 18 strokes. Then turned around.
Is that a high school?
Middle. It's at middle school and this is high school. But I'm just talking about in general across sports right now. And then they also won the middle school baseball state tournament 3 or 4 days later.
Wow.
Now the high school softball team is also competing to go into state. So Paige must have a pretty athletic group, sitting up there right now. But we're obviously cheering on the Walker Valley Lady Mustangs as they continue on their play. High school soccer, district champions Cleveland beats East Hamilton 3-0 Monday. The region championship was yesterday, beat Howard 2-1 to advance to sectionals. So a lot of teams that were around here that are being represented, I guess, in the state tournament. It's exciting to cheer those guys on.
Yeah, absolutely. And last week, Walker Valley had their spring game against McMinn Central, won that game 42-8. And I think Bradley plays tomorrow, Ray County. Is that correct?
Yes, that's going to be awesome.
So, going to be good.
Yeah, for sure. That's a game that if you're not doing anything tomorrow, Ray County.
Way too much going on.
Same here. I've got another doctor's
Don't
appointment.
call me again, Andy.
Well, you talked about traffic, and I literally was like checking on my phone to see if I was going to make it back. We're spending all this money on roads, but it doesn't seem like much is getting done right there at that split because it took me
Down in Chattanooga?
Yes,
No,
dude.
it's a joke.
Oof.
It's a joke.
absolutely rough.
It's horrible.
All right.
I drive it 6 days a week, buddy.
Okay, so we talked about Nike earlier in the show.
Yeah.
I
Just do it, baby.
I want to know your opinion on the Tennessee potentially moving to Adidas. Me and Andy kind of discussed it.
Just do it, baby.
Just do
Who
it.
Who cares?
Move to Adidas?
Yeah, why not? I'm a Georgia fan. I care less what Tennessee does.
My thing is,
we're Nike, baby. That's all I care about. I don't care. I listen. I listened to you guys talk about this last week, and I fell asleep halfway through because y'all went on for forever, and neither one of you are Tennessee fans. Not one of you is.
Yeah,
and you guys went on and on and on.
Our listeners are Tennessee fans, so it has to be well represented.
Oh my gosh, dude!
And we both know that there's a storied history there. And to me, if I'm a Tennessee fan, I put myself in their shoes. If I'm a Tennessee fan, I want my team to have the best competitive advantage.
First off, clothing does not give you a competitive advantage.
If they're wanting to spend NIL money, it does.
Sure, why not? Do it. Who cares? Listen, the only people who care about this are middle-aged men who just like to argue about whatever. These kids do not care whether they're wearing Adidas or Nike.
Oh, they do too.
They don't.
Dude, I work in a middle school. I promise you.
Listen,
I promise you they do.
I'm telling you right now that a kid that goes to your middle school does not care whether Tennessee is Nike or Adidas. And they might, but I'm telling you.
Does it matter? No. Do they care? Yes.
Sure.
Because I promise you.
The only reason they care is because it's a social media generation. They like to get hyped up about BS.
Well,
that's it.
And they like the Nike swoosh.
Ah, man, who cares? Listen, Tennessee has something that no other SEC team has right now, and that's what they need to be diving into.
What's that?
Lululemon.
They have Lululemon? I didn't know that.
So Tennessee is one of the only colleges in the U.S. that is a certified like whatever Lululemon team. And so when you go to Tennessee and you go to the bookstore, their biggest section, the biggest section in the Tennessee bookstore is not Nike, it's not jerseys, it's not hats, it's Lululemon.
Wow.
And they sell more Lululemon at Tennessee than almost any other college that there is out there. Lululemon is getting into the sports world. They're moving very slowly, right? But golf is going to be a big one. Tennis is going to be a big one. Track and field is going to be a big one as well. So for me, what I look and I see is how do they go and attack that? Right, sports-wise, women and men, right? Let's say Tennessee fans are 50-50, okay? 50% men, 50% women. The majority of the women want to wear the Lululemon brand. They're still going to have that. They're not going to be wearing Nike. They're not going to be wearing that kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, you're talking about 50% of it. It's men. If Tennessee, I saw some report out there, I don't know if it's bogus or not, but $150, $200 million something that they might be getting from Adidas to become the brand ambassadors, all this kind of stuff. If that is, great for them. At the end of the day, the only thing I care about is the shoes. That's the only worry that I care about. I don't care about the Adidas jersey or an Under Armour jersey or a Russell or a Riddell, whatever it is. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. They're all the same pretty much. It really comes down to the shoe game. And if Adidas is going to really put the money into the shoes for athletes, then great. But you also have to look at this too, is it's not just about football. It's about all the other sports as well.
Yeah. You talked about middle-aged men caring. Stephen Shelton said Adidas sucks and the kids care. So, Stephen has an opinion on the matter, our local Tennessee fan here at the radio.
It's all right. I listen, Adidas does. And like I said, I started this entire conversation out by saying I'm a Georgia fan.
So I
could care less.
Yeah.
I could care less what Tennessee wears on their uniform. I hope they wear Adidas, and I hope their shoes break. I hope they listen, we used to wear Under Armour back in the day in high school. We were Under Armour school for 1 year. Everyone's shoes broke by the end of the year. We had to get all brand new shoes, and we all went to Nike. Listen, if I'm Tennessee, I'm staying with Nike. I truly am.
Yeah.
They're not going to give you the money that they're giving everybody else. And if all you're doing is money chasing and paying for stuff, go for it, man. I could care less. I'm a Georgia fan. We wear Nike. That's it.
So I'm liking this hyped up Josh Rogers that we've got on the show. I feel like this is a couple months of pent up, like haven't been on the show, haven't got to say it. I want to know what you feel about the whole Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark dilemma.
Can't do it.
Can't do it?
Can't say.
You can't say it?
No, dude, I've got way too much of an opinion. And I think Angela Reese, I think she's a good ball player. I think she's really good, but I think that Caitlin Clark is the truth.
Yeah.
And any way that I go about this, it's just going to go bad.
Well, I don't think Angel Reese can hide the fact after the flagrant foul and the commenting on LeBron James' post and all that. I don't think she can say that she doesn't hate Caitlin Clark anymore. It's clear. Like they have a hatred for each other. Do. But let's talk about it.
Magic and Bird had that back in the day.
That's the angle that I was kind of coming at. I think that this is incredibly good for the WNBA because it brings up something that I feel like the NBA has lacked since a Michael Jordan, since a Kobe, these kind of feuds that you have.
Jordan didn't really have any feud. I mean, he did, but he was just too good. The biggest feud that you saw, and I really don't want to go down this path, but a lot of people in this world are making it racial, and that sucks. Because it's not. It's two women who are at the top of their game, who are unbelievably amazing. And I do think that Angel Reese is a great ball player. I really do. She is a different type of ball player than Caitlin Clark is. Caitlin Clark is a shooter. Angel Reese is not. She is a down and dirty, she reminds me of... She plays the way that men's basketball was played back in the 90s. She's just rough, dude. She's not afraid to get hit. She's not afraid to bang. She is really, really good. And I think Caitlin Clark is one of the best, purest shooters that we'll see in a long time. And she's a phenomenal athlete as well. The problem is that you have a media and you have idiots on social media that are making it out to be more than what it is. We had this entire thing with Bird and Magic, And a lot of people back then tried to make it a race thing, and it wasn't. They were just two athletes that were unbelievably good. And Bird talked trash, a lot of it. Magic talked a lot of trash. But today, like, they're, quote unquote friends. But dude, they used to hate each other, like literally loathe and hate each other. And now you're seeing that in the women's WNBA, and it's getting clicks, and it's really good for the sport, even though people are trying to abuse it in the wrong way. And I hate that. I hate when they do that to athletes. And, to me, I look at it and I just say, keep it up, girls. Like, keep playing well and keep doing what you got to do.
Well, hey, we're going to take a quick break. I want you to get your notes out because I need to know about the greatest of all time list. We'll wrap it up. I'll give you the page. But we will be back after this short commercial break.
The Drive will be back after a quick timeout. Stay tuned for more nonstop sports talk on The Drive, presented by Hardees.
Hey guys, this is Dan Good from Crown. Just reminding you that Crown Jeep is Cleveland and Bradley County's Jeep headquarters.
What if a friend or a loved one was thinking about suicide? What would you say? What would you do? The Tennessee Suicide Prevention Network provides support. TSPN teaches how to spot warning signs of suicide, and we teach you how to do something. Go to tnprevention.org to learn how you can help with suicide prevention efforts. That's tnprevention.org, a public service announcement of the Tennessee Suicide Prevention Network and this station.
ESPN Cleveland 101.3 is powered by Duracell. For a quarter of a century, Mix 104.1 has been taking you out to the ball game.
Swanson to first. The Braves are world champions.
Since 2000, Mix 104.1 has been the home of the Atlanta Braves, and we're celebrating by giving away tickets to Atlanta Braves games all summer long. Listen for your chance to call or text to qualify. You can also register at the Mix socials on Facebook and Instagram. Braves 25 is presented by Cleveland Ford. Honest people, honest deals.
Need a primary care provider or maybe a specialist? Erlanger Medical Group gives you access to the region's largest group of providers. For an appointment, call 423-778-DOCS. That's 778-DOCS.
Check Into Cash is your one-stop money shop and has been helping customers with cash solutions since 1993. If you're short on cash and need a little help to overcome a financial hurdle, we're here for you. Our Chattanooga area stores, including Cleveland and Athens, offer payday loans and flex line of credit options. We understand that doing the research for these loans can be overwhelming. That's why we strive to make the application process simple and convenient. We also provide quick in-store services like check cashing, money orders, wire transfers, and even gift card buyback. Want to learn more about your options? Visit our website at checkintocash.com. Our lending decisions are made quickly, and if approved, you can have cash in hand. Take the first step toward a bright financial future. We're here to help. Not all consumers will qualify. Eligibility, rates, terms, and conditions apply. Rates, restrictions, and fees apply to store services. Please call or visit your local store for details.
When you're paying the right price for protection, you just know it. It's that warm, fuzzy, totally secure feeling, knowing that you're not only getting great coverage, but you're also not paying too much for it. And there's no one that knows that feeling like Cleveland Allstate agent George Gray, because he works every day to get people like you the coverage they need with the savings they deserve. Contact him for your free quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands. Savings vary based on the average annual savings report by new auto customers surveyed in 2019 who switched to Allstate.
Welcome back to The Drive, presented by Hardees. Join the conversation. Text 423-749-1013. You can also listen anywhere on our website, ESPNCleveland1013.com.
All right, welcome back to The Drive. Josh,
Yo.
give me your list, buddy.
Well, I texted you y'all's lists because I was taking notes. So
Okay.
if you would, check out your phone.
Okay.
And how about this? You go through and you ask me who I pick. So this is my team, right? Not
Yeah.
the greatest of all time.
No, your team.
But if I had to start a team, who I would pick to be my quarterback, my wide receivers, my running backs, and my tight ends, correct?
Yep, you get 2 tight ends. Go.
Who are yours?
My tight ends were Brock Bowers and Ozzie Newsome.
Okay, and Andy's?
Jason Witten and Jeremy Shockey.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to go Dallas Clark, Iowa, 2000-2002. 77 receptions, Mackey Award winner, 1,251 yards, 8 touchdowns in his career. One of the best route running and most reliable hands ever.
All right.
Next, I'm going Chase Kaufman, Missouri. 2007-2009, holds the NCAA record for 247 receptions, caught 2,659 yards and 30 touchdowns in his college career. One of the most purest guys back when Missouri was before the SEC, when it was one of the best tight ends in college in that 05, 07, 06 to 2009 era.
All right. We know the running back position. You're taking Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson is number 1, Heisman Trophy winner, rushed for 4,000 yards, 43 touchdowns, 6.6 yards per carry, and then I'm going Mr. Double Heisman. Can't go against him. Archie Griffin.
Yeah.
1972, 1975, 5,500 yards, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, that's a great. I mean, he's
Go against him. He's available, and I'm going to take him.
He was on my list.
The other person I was going to take was Ron Dane.
Okay.
I mean, if you remember Ron Dane, 1999, I mean, was absolutely disgustingly good. Played at Wisconsin, but I've got to go Archie.
All right, so we've got 4 wide receivers. Who's been taken so far? Andy took Tim Brown, Peter Warwick, Percy Harvin, and Ted Ginn Jr.
Cool.
I took Larry Fitzgerald, Devontae Smith, Randy Moss, and Calvin Johnson.
Nice. I'm taking Amari Cooper from Alabama.
Okay.
Set numerous school records, 124 receptions, 1,700 yards, 16 touchdowns. 1 Biletnikoff Award. Okay? Ready? Next wide receiver, Justin Blackman, Oklahoma State.
Yep.
Over 3,500 yards and back-to-back Biletnikoff awards. There's 3. Desmond Howard, Heisman Trophy winner and Biletnikoff Award winner. Mr. Heisman Pose himself, and he's going to be my punt returner too, and a wide receiver. So there's a Heisman Trophy and another Biletnikoff Award winner. Oh, and then to finish it all off, I'm going 2-time wide receiver, Biletnikoff Award winner,
Michael
Crabtree.
Yeah, he
from
was
Texas Tech.
He was my the 4 that I teetered with.
Yeah, he's my number 1. Just so you know, I went from 4 to 1.
Okay.
For you. So Crabtree, Howard, Blackman, and Cooper.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Yep.
All right, now to finish this all up, you get 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, so I was thinking about going Tommy Frazier from Nebraska.
Yeah, we talked about him a lot.
Yeah, I was thinking about going Danny Werfel from Florida, but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm going the NCAA record holder for career passing with 19,217 yards, 155 passing touchdowns, and operated one of the highest octane offenses ever seen and known to man.
Steve McNair?
Nope. Case Keenum. Houston.
Okay.
My other quarterback I'm going, one of the most prolific gunslingers in college football history. Played for the Pirate himself, Mike Leach. Was a quarterback from 2005 to 2008, 15,000 yards, 69.8% completion rating, averaged 351 yards per game, had a total offensive record of 15,000 yards. Do you know who it is?
I do not.
Graham Harrell with Texas Tech.
All right, folks, you've heard it here first. Josh has put his team out there for us to judge. We got to get Jim's team next, and then we're gonna put them on Facebook.
That's fine.
We're gonna put them out. And
I'm telling you, I'm going for gunslingers.
Yeah.
When I've got people like Crabtree, Blackman, Cooper, and Howard, and I've got people running the ball like Bo Jackson, Archie Griffin, and somebody with the hands of Chase Kaufman and Dallas Clark, I need gunslingers who are going to throw the ball all over the field, and that's who I've got with Graham Harrell and Case Keenum.
Well, hey, you've heard it here first. Josh has got a team in the running. Josh, dude, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been great to have you back on the drive. And I know you said don't call me again, but we're going to have to, man. It's been too much fun.
And listen, let me say this. Let me say this, too. The best thing about Angela Reese and Caitlin Clark, the best thing about all this is we're talking about them.
Yeah.
We're talking about the WNBA.
Yeah.
Right? So I love the girls. I think they're both phenomenal athletes. Keep it classy, America, with this, right? And I hope that everybody has a great week and a great time. I've enjoyed coming back. I hope everyone's doing amazing. I miss all of our listeners, miss you guys, and I hope everyone has a great week, except for that umpire who made that bad call at Bradley. I hope he stubs his toe or gets a paper cut.
You heard it here first. We will see you tomorrow on The Drive.
Home for 24-hour sports coverage. ESPN Cleveland 1013. It's time for a Don Ledford of Cleveland traffic update on ESPN Cleveland 1013. Don Ledford Chevrolet Buick GMC, located on North Lee Highway in Cleveland. Or visit donledford.com for details. Don Ledford, where we say yes. It's on time.